All available experts, please report to room A9.
Hey guys, Exo here, and welcome to Rhythm Maze. I'll be going only over the normal mode for this module, but if the module Snatches Map, which is another one in this module pack made by Play, and is based on A Hat in Time, you enter Death Wish mode. I'll go over what that means at the end of this video, but I won't be doing it in this video. Might do it in a later video, or someone else might do it. But anyway, we can ignore most of this and just get straight into it. We're using section normal mode. So the module will start out looking like this. In non-Death Wish mode, it will be this yellowish circle with a crown on it. To initialize the module, you have to click on this thing, whatever, and you'll get this. Where a certain song will be playing. This song can be muted and unmuted by pressing the status light. So, what are we going to do? As you can see, the module is switching between two different background colours, pink and blue. These grids here refer to two different mazes. The mazes will be basically the same every time, apart from shifting. So, for each of the two mazes, we're going to be looking for this 3x3 grid is what we're going to be looking for. It will not be rotated or reflected in any way, and it will be unique inside the grid. For example, this pink one is here. This pattern will show which 3x3 grid is the top left of our maze on the module. So let's look for our other one. Our other one is here. And let's quickly mark in the maze where we are in comparison to this square. So we are from the bottom right corner, 1, 2, 3 right, and 1 down. 1, 2, 3, and 1 down. So our current position in this maze is here. In other words, left and down from the bottom left hand corner. And then similarly here. So 1, 2, 3, 1. So now we have our positions in the mazes. We're now going to calculate where our ponds and our exit are. So we're going to take the serial number, this time being 1U8PXO. We're going to convert numbers to what they are, apart from 0, which becomes 1. We're going to convert letters to their alphanumeric position, or alphabetic position. So U is 21, P is 16, and X is 24. And now what we're going to do is take each of these numbers, we're going to subtract 1 from it, hence why we can have 0. So we get 0, 20, 7, 15, 23, and 0. We're going to take the number modulo 6, that gives us 0. 20 modulo 6 would be 2. 1, 3. 23 modulo 6 would be 5. Yeah. And then 0 minus 6 is 0. And then we're going to add 1 to all of them. 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, and 1. And now we're going to get our position by pairing up each adjacent pair of numbers. So we got 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 4, 4, 6, and 6, 1. This refers to a row-column pair. If any of your rows and columns end up being the same, you shift that answer in reading order, looping back from 6, 6 to 1, 1, until you have a position that hasn't been used yet. So this is where our pawns are. We will need to collect at least 3 of these. And to get our goal position, it's going to be the first and last positions, which is 1, 1. So our goal is 1, 1. Similarly, the goal ends up landing on the same space as a pawn. You shift it the same way. So, now we're going to start trying to solve the module. Let's give ourselves a visual representation of where our pawns are. So we have 1, 3. We have 3, 2. We have 2, 4. We have 4, 6. We have 6, 1. 1, 3. 1, 3. It's row column, right? Yeah. So 1, 3. 3, 2. 2, 4. 4, 6. And 6, 1. This is relative to where we actually are on here, not relative to the grids. Is there? We seem to be on top of one of the pawns. Let's just check if we're not meant to shift that. Doesn't actually seem to be a problem, so maybe we just have to move down and up. So yeah, if a pawn ends up landing on the same position you started, move down or move away and back onto it to collect it. And if you heard right then, you hear a voice say 1 to tell you you've collected one of them. So we've now collected this one. The grid does wrap around both on the module and the walls here. So this is what we're back to where we started. Yeah. So what will be the next best move? We can move up in blue, so we're out of this little section in magenta. Would that, in pink even, would that be helpful? Because it would allow us to get to the other side of the board, where most of the other stuff is. So let's do that. So now we are here. By the way, the walls are irrespective of each other, so you can definitely move through walls on the other grid. And now we should be able to wrap around to the other side of the grid now. There we go. So we're now here. Can we move over to here? We can if we're in the blue maze. And you hear 2, or at least I hope you can hear it. Sorry if you can't hear it. I might turn up the sound a little bit just for this last one, just in case. So we moved one's right here. You can just double check if you're in the correct position, because since we're in the 3x3 grid now, we should be in the bottom part here, which we are in both of these. Okay, so we've now collected 2 of them. Where can we go next? Will be useful here. We could get out of this bit by going down and right in the pink. So now we are these positions. Which is probably helpful. Because if we move down, it would help if we could move down twice, to be honest. But that's not too bad because we can move down, left in the blue maze. Which is above this one. Can we collect this one? From here? We can't collect this one from here yet. But if we go right, down, left, we could. Let's wait for it to switch back quickly. We get here, got him. You hit got him if you get 3 of them. Or mine if you collect all 5 of them. And if you get to the goal position with less pawns than you need. And this is actually a pretty good position to be in now. Because we can ignore where this one is. It would be here, which is actually a terrible position to be in for the magenta. I keep calling magenta pink. Because we need to get up to 1-1, which we can just move down from here in the blue maze. We get ourselves module. So, that was Rhythm Maze. I was going to go over the Death Wish mode though. This is Section Collapse. As I said before, you may disable Death Wish mode if it hasn't been forced by any means. We're pressing the bottom left defeat button. Okay, you can come out of Death Wish mode if it's been activated if you don't want to. It functions pretty much the same, but we would change both visually and in the save process in the ways described below. The most notable thing is it's now timed. So you saw that took me about 12 minutes because I was explaining it at the same time. You only get 3 minutes to solve this one. So that's how difficult it is. And why it's probably called Death Wish mode. There'll be a timer to show you this. The module will switch sides faster and play different faster song, which can still be muted and unmuted. It will switch again, but the background will be purple, meaning you'll have to figure out which side is which to begin with. Thankfully, both of the markings grids have 32 unique patterns, so there's no matches between the two. All 4 grids are going to be horizontally flipped as well. For the mazes, do not forget to horizontally flip the walls. Left wall becomes the right wall and the other way around, along with the cells themselves. So, for example, 1-1 becomes 1-6. So it basically gets flipped in the y-axis if you get what I mean by that. So this will move over to here, this to here, this to here. This will go to here, this will go to here, this will go to here, for example. And then once you find the markings pattern in the flipped markings grid, then the position of the top right cell of the pattern instead of the top left. After the flip maze, this is why you needed the. I didn't note down these numbers, but it's needed for Death Wish mode. Row -1 up and 6 minus the column to the right, which will make the noted coordinate the top right position of the 6x6 grid. The module will only have 3 pawns instead of 5. In this case, we'll play the first or second, third or fourth, and fifth or sixth. And these are the only ones you need to get. This is still calculated by playing the first and the sixth, however, and moving it to a non-pawn position, of course. If you visits a pawn or an exit cell, notice how in fact confirmation we played as well. So it's quite the mode, hence why I'm not going through it yet because I haven't tried it yet. But you'll know if it's activated because there'll be the button that they mentioned. There'll be a defeat button in the bottom left, and you will generate as a purple blob. Let me quickly show you what that looks like, at least. We can do this by adding a Snatcher's map to the module, to the bomb.
All available experts, please report to room A9.
And it will look like this now. And if we click this, this is what it will look like. I'm not going to be going through that now, but that's what it looks like. So hopefully you understand the normal mode of Rhythm Maze, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. I'll see you later.